Good evening and welcome to the National News Hour. I'm Music Wonders. Tonight, the Nigerian Army records a major breakthrough in its fight against insecurity. A high-profile insurgent leader has been captured, 15 kidnapped victims rescued, and a large cache of weapons recovered. This development comes as the nation intensifies efforts to secure its borders, protect communities, and restore confidence among citizens. We begin with the latest from the military operations that cut across several regions of the country. The Nigerian Army says it has arrested one of the nation's most wanted violent extremist leaders, Idris Idris, also known as Babawo Badoo. The notorious insurgent had been on the radar of security agencies for years, accused of coordinating several deadly attacks and funding criminal networks across the north-central region. His arrest, according to security experts, marks a significant milestone in the nation's counter-terrorism campaign. Badoo was captured alongside 37 other criminal suspects in a series of coordinated operations across the country. These operations, carried out simultaneously in multiple states, were designed to disrupt the supply lines and safe havens of armed groups. Military intelligence confirmed that the raids followed weeks of surveillance and collaboration between various security units, including the Nigerian Army, police, and the Department of State Services. According to an official statement, troops of Operation Enduring Peace arrested the suspect on October 20, 2025, in Lugere Village, Barkin-Ladi Local Council, Plateau State. Acting on credible intelligence, troops closed in on the insurgent leader and recovered an AK-47 rifle, ammunition, a mobile phone, and 12,000 naira in cash. The army says Badoo's arrest strikes a major blow to extremist networks operating in Nigeria's north-central region. Sources within the operation revealed that the suspect had been coordinating arms delivery between local militants and foreign suppliers. Early interrogation reports suggest he provided funding and logistics support to smaller cells operating in Plateau, Benue, and Nasarawa states. Security analysts believe his arrest will help dismantle the network of informants and arms traffickers that enable attacks on rural communities. The operation did not stop there. In a separate raid, troops from Sector 1, in collaboration with the police and the Civilian Joint Task Force, stormed Lugere Village in Bassa Local Council, Plateau State, and arrested 19 suspects believed to be connected to local banditry and kidnapping rings. Witnesses in the area say the troops moved in during the early hours of the morning, sealing off escape routes and conducting a thorough search of the settlement. All suspects are now in custody and under investigation. The Army says the arrests form part of ongoing nationwide clearance operations targeting insurgents, kidnappers, and their informants. Spokespersons added that the joint task forces are focused on preventing any resurgence of criminal activities in the region. In the northeast, troops of Operation Hadin Kai, working alongside the Department of State Services, have made significant gains against ISWAP and JAS terrorists. At the Customs IDP camp in Gia Local Council, Borno State, troops arrested a known terrorist informant and ransom collector believed to have links with ISWAP. The arrest followed weeks of intelligence gathering and surveillance, with agents tracing financial transactions used to channel ransom payments to insurgents. 2 terrorists were neutralized during an ambush in Lugere Village, Gujba Local Council, where troops recovered an AK-47 rifle and 3 magazines. 6 other collaborators and logistics suppliers were also arrested in Borno and Yobe states. Items recovered include 33 jerrycans of petrol, food items, mobile phones, and fake identification cards of the Lake Chad Fishermen Association, used to disguise movements. These fake identities allowed terrorists to move fuel and food through checkpoints undetected, sustaining their camps around Lake Chad. Several kidnapped victims were rescued during these operations. In Kukawa Local Council of Borno State, air and ground offensives led to the safe recovery of victims held by terrorists for weeks. Some of the rescued individuals were women and children abducted from nearby villages. Military medics provided emergency treatment before reuniting the victims with their families. Officials described their condition as stable, though some are receiving trauma counseling and support. In the north-central and northwest regions, troops under Operations Whirlstroke and Enduring Peace intensified clearance operations across Benue, Nasarawa, and Kaduna states. Several extremist informants were arrested, and locally fabricated weapons recovered. The Army says the coordinated actions are part of sustained efforts to restore peace in rural communities affected by bandit attacks. These operations are supported by aerial surveillance and intelligence sharing between the military and local vigilante groups. Residents in affected areas expressed relief, urging the military to maintain presence and continue patrols. A community leader said, "We thank the soldiers for their efforts. "We now sleep better at night." Many rural farmers who had abandoned their farmlands due to insecurity have started returning, signaling a gradual restoration of confidence in the region. In the southeast, troops of the 34 Artillery Brigade in Imo State apprehended a suspected IPOB and ESN member in possession of a locally made pistol and live cartridges. Authorities say investigations are ongoing to determine his level of involvement in recent attacks within the state. The suspect, believed to be in his early 30s, is reportedly linked to a cell responsible for several targeted killings of security personnel in the area. Also in the Federal Capital Territory, troops of the 7 Guards Battalion intercepted 5 illegal immigrants from Chad, Cameroon, and Niger. Security agencies are screening the suspects to verify their identities and intentions. Officials say the arrests are part of a wider effort to monitor border movements and prevent infiltration by foreign fighters. Troops rescued 4 kidnapped victims in Edu Local Council of Kwara State, 5 in Dan Musa Local Council of Katsina State, and 1 other in Barkin Ladi, Plateau State. In Tafawa Balewa, Borchai State, 2 injured civilians attacked by unidentified gunmen were evacuated to hospital for treatment. Medical personnel confirmed that both victims are responding to treatment. Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Olufemi Olayed, has commended troops for their resilience and professionalism. He praised their operational efficiency and urged them to sustain the momentum to rid the country of criminal elements. In his words, "Our men and women on the front lines have shown courage. The Nigerian Army remains committed to protecting lives and ensuring national stability." The Army reaffirmed its commitment to creating a secure environment that supports economic growth and food production in line with the federal government's drive for food security. Military officials say stability in rural areas will allow farmers to cultivate freely, helping reduce food prices and boost national productivity. Security experts have also emphasized the need for community cooperation, noting that citizens play a vital role in providing intelligence that guides military operations. Analysts suggest that better coordination between security agencies and local communities will further weaken the logistics chain of criminal networks. From Plateau to Borno and across Nigeria, today's operations mark another step toward restoring peace and order. While the fight against insecurity is far from over, these results show that coordinated military actions, backed by intelligence and community support, are yielding tangible outcomes. The Army says it will continue to engage with local stakeholders to ensure that peace achieved in liberated areas is maintained. That's the latest on national security. I'm Music Wonders, and you're watching the National News Hour. Stay with us for more updates later in the program.